Hello. Life goes on, doesn't it? My last video was July 13th, and it's now like August 19th. Uh, no, September 19th. So, things are still playing out. And I will say a big difference for me has been, like I've been able to ride out the waves of everything going on fairly well, um, without having too much emotional impact. However, when this whole thing with Harris came forward, somehow that triggered me because I think it's mostly because even though I know it's part of the movie, it's my friends, a few of my friends that just went with it. Okay, never mind, there was no primary, no 25th Amendment. It's just like, let's do it with someone else. And they're gung ho. Isn't it joyful? And this is pissing me off. For better, for worse, I realize it's the movie, but these are people that I see on a regular basis. And we were playing cards, some ladies were playing cards here. And, one of them said something about, oh, Kamala Harris. And I went, oh my God, and that stopped the conversation. One of these ladies loves Whitmer. And, what a mind blower when they find out what happened to her. Oh my God. This is the hardest time I've had, I think, in a long time. Because this character, it's probably not even really her / him, is so stupid and has nothing to offer. Yet, it's the not Trump factor, I think. What else could it be? This is a event that is triggering me, and I have to absolutely keep my mouth shut because of the absurdity of even trying to have a conversation, because it's a movie. So to even discuss it is absurd. Yeah, it's just making me crazy. So hurry up, change your lawn sign from Biden to Harris, and we'll call it good. I can't hardly bear it. So yeah, this factor, this is a really tough one. However, the good news is, in my last video, I talked about not having anyone to talk to about this. Well, since then, I discovered that a friend of mine, I don't see her regularly, but we have a common ground, which we talk, on occasion. Anyways, we found out that she knows and I know what's going on, and we were like, oh, thank you, God, And then she somehow came upon a group of ladies that have been on this page for a long time, maybe longer than me. So we decided to have a weekly Zoom meeting, which is awesome because I don't feel like I'm a complete fucking nut job, even though I know I'm not. But when it's like, looking, standing inside a building and just being able to look out the window. Like, I don't know. It can be pretty lonely. So, because like I said, you can't just have a conversation about the issues or the pros and cons of the candidates because it's not real. So there's that. So yeah, I'm a little triggered right now. It's pissing me off. I'm and if I even begin to talk about enter into it, I'm going to have to attack them cuz there's something's wrong. I don't know what you would call it, the woke mind virus, the Trump derangement syndrome, whatever. It's an illness as far as I'm concerned, because to look at this woman, she's got nothing. She's got nothing except a bunch of crap that she's pulled with, no cash bail and supporting criminals and supporting illegal immigration and, her promiscuity rise to the top, her association with P. Diddy, now with his arrest and, yeah, I'm getting ready to blow, I tell you. Of course, I have felt this way before, but this one's this is really tough. This is tough. It's getting more than ridiculous. And to see these people that are otherwise intelligent just la-di-da going along with it, it just fucking blows my mind. I'm having a really hard time. It's a dilemma for me because I'm trying to control what's going on up here, when in reality, the truth is, I'm thinking, okay, this is an IQ test, and you fuckers are failing it, yeah, it's driving me nuts. It is literally driving me nuts. I went to, on a lighter note, I went to Wisconsin for a conference last weekend, and I was really pleasantly surprised. Wisconsin, the part I drove through, is Trump country. Like, okay, finally, some people who have a fucking brain. Oh, God, this is, and okay. I just can't even, like, don't you know about this Tim Walz guy? He's a traitor, number one. Jazz hands. Like, I saw one guy on social media calling him jazz hands. It's so farcical. And it's pissing me off. And this hasn't happened in quite a while. I've been able to just ride the wave and put my stuff on the shelf and go, okay, I see it. I acknowledge it. It's not real, but this shit's pissing me off. So, yes, grandma swears quite a bit. So, when Harris and Trump had that debate, I was at my daughter's. And, she's a Swiftie and she's, So she's like, yeah, I'm going to watch the debate. And I said, okay, I am too. I'm part of a watch party. And so I'm going to go in my room. And right out of the gate, she's just like lying, I'm like, that's a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie. And I texted my daughter. I go, she lies. And she texted back, Trump hasn't answered one question, and which is true. But, that's kind of how that's common for him. For some reason, I can tolerate it more so. I've even yelled at the TV before. Answer the question, D, you know. But he's got his reasons for what he's doing. There's a method to his madness. It's not just a flaw. You know, he's knows what he's doing, and he's doing it for a reason, and I believe that. But she doesn't know that. So anyways, that was the extent of our exchange about those people. And you know, I was at pickleball, and one of my good friends who loves Harris, that's quite an oxymoron, I could hear her over there going, "Oh, if you just watch the joy of the DNC." And I'm like, there's that joy word again. Oh my God, get me a barf bag. You know, yeah, just like the Nazi slogan, strength through joy. But she doesn't know that. So this stuff is triggering me. This Harris stuff. You know, so let's fucking end this movie. I'm so done. I it's been hard. Like, to, you know, to have some level of contentment and evenness. It's this is probably one of the hardest times I've had in a long time, because I have this dichotomy going on in my head of these friends of mine. Are they really this stupid? Or is it truly, like I've said before, I do see them as victims of propaganda and MK Ultra. But to not have broken out of that yet, it's baffling. It really is. And the only way they're going to come out of it is to pull off the Band-Aid. And I do appreciate the white hats trying to give folks a soft landing. And they're doing as much as they can. But there's going to come a point where it's just like, it ain't going to be soft anymore. If you don't get with it, it's going to be... I remember back to my first, 6 months of finding out what was actually going on and what has been done to us for hundreds of years, if not a century or more. It was devastating. And I had to consciously, and this is metaphorically, of course, look at my feet and make sure they were both on the ground, and where they were located. I had to really make some decisions about how I was going to function in a sane way, knowing what I now know. I mean, it was bad. It was shocking. It was devastating. I was grieving. I was just in disbelief, but I knew it. I mean, I saw it and I went, holy shit. Absolutely makes sense. And I document that experience in my first few videos. But anyways, so really the good news is that I've got a tribe now. I had one. We met in North Dakota when we went on the tour with Robert David Steele. And we still communicate via text, but I don't... But now I've got people here in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan that we could actually get together. Where some of us are like I would say there's about a 3-hour, window physically of where we are. But you know, it's possible for us to get together. So we've had like 3 meetings now, and it's quite a relief. It really is, because just when I was starting to flip my shit about Harris and my friends, that's when our group formed. It was just in time. I'll tell you, I don't know. It was one of those jumping off points where I was just gonna, I don't know what. I don't know what, I probably would have eventually pulled it together, but man, God shows up in his timing is perfect. Oh, God. What a crazy turn of events. And of course, NESARA hasn't kicked in for us visibly either. And there's that practical matter that I'm struggling financially. I'm making it, but to even think about doing anything extra is out of the question, which really sucks when you've worked your whole life. I mean, in my case, when I got divorced, 13, 14 years ago, that wiped out all my money between legal fees and splitting it with my ex, because I worked. I was a teacher and had savings and retirement accounts and all that. And that got wiped out. And then recently he exercised his right to half my pension. And I'm not resentful, because I did agree to it, and the mediator told me it could be worse, and I had no more money to fight anymore anyways. So there's that now. And I still have 4 years on a car payment. I'm not alone, and I am making ends meet by working a few days here and there. I didn't want to work. So I'm being pushed to the edge a little bit here. And I try to remember that I'm way better off than some people. And to remain in gratitude. But it's all relative. My hardship is hard, and I'm just ready to be able to breathe, on many levels. Like, this is, and the thing that's amazing is there are people who are just floating through life, don't have a care in the world. Yeah, it'll be a next election and whatever, it'll all take care of itself. Not knowing what has been happening right under our noses. The genocide attempts and the wars funded by the same people on both sides, and none of it had to happen. The sorrow is going to be off the charts. And the people that have died from diseases did not have to. There are cures, that have been kept from us by the fucking reptiles. So, a little frustrated, can you tell? But I'm still, I'm trying to keep my feet on the ground. That's all, and I know it's going to be over soon. It's so much fun to watch these things develop, like RFK Jr. joining Trump, and Tulsi Gabbard, and Elon's going to have, Elon 2.0 is going to have a role in the administration, and this is all good stuff. This is fun. So It's good. But let's face it. I'm watching both sides, knowing which side is real. That is not necessarily visible. And that's a tough place to be for this old chick, you know. So, anyways, I just wanted to give you an update. My purpose for doing these videos right from the beginning is to record my reactions and my experiences. And this is quite a different one where I'm at right now, being frustrated and pissed off. You know, it's been a while since I've been in this state of agitation. So it's not fun when you realize the people that you really like are failing an IQ test. That's kind of cruel in a way, but I don't know, man. I give up. I'm gonna go play with them today, you know, like, and just bite my tongue, because there are other things to talk about instead of these morons acting in this movie. They're doing a good job of pissing me off, you know. So, and I'm not supposed to be the target of the movie. It's supposed to be the normies. So, anyways, that's all. I will, if anything else new comes up, I'll let you know. Bye.